Have you ever stopped to think about the people you surround yourself with as you grow older? In our golden years, it's vital to protect our peace, time, and energy from those who might not have our best interests at heart. Today, we'll explore the 7 types of people you should stay away from to ensure your later years are as joyful and peaceful as they should be. Are you ready to find out who these individuals are and why avoiding them is crucial for maintaining your well-being? Let's dive in. As we age, the landscape of our relationships changes significantly. We not only become wiser, but also more vulnerable to certain social pitfalls. It's a harsh reality, but a true one. Not everyone around us will have our happiness in mind. Some people see the elderly as targets for manipulation, exploitation, or simply as an audience for their problems. Recognizing these individuals and understanding how to avoid them can significantly impact your quality of life, allowing you to focus on what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Now, let's start by discussing the first group of people to steer clear of. Those who drain your precious time. People who drain your time. Time is our most valuable asset, especially as we age. Every moment should be cherished and spent on activities that enrich our lives. Yet there are individuals who, knowingly or unknowingly, encroach upon our time, treating it as if it were theirs to command. These time drainers come in various forms. Some may be long-winded neighbors who stop by to chat without noticing your subtle hints that you have other things to do. Others might be friends who always have a crisis they need your help to navigate. The first step in protecting your time is recognizing these patterns. Ask yourself, are the interactions with this person leaving me energized or depleted? If you're often looking at the clock during your conversations, it might be a sign that this relationship is costing you more than it's providing. The truth is, as we age, our energy for social engagements becomes more selective due to our limited reserves. It's not just okay, but necessary to be picky about whom we spend our time with. Moreover, time drainers often have an emotional or practical dependency that they've transferred onto you. They rely on you to fill their hours or solve their problems, which can be a heavy burden. While it's natural to want to help, there's a fine line between being supportive and becoming someone's unofficial therapist or caretaker. To handle this, you need to set clear boundaries. It's okay to say, "I have plans," or "I can talk for a few minutes." Remember, you're not responsible for their happiness, you're only in charge of your own. Additionally, keep your interactions brief and to the point. Long, drawn-out visits or phone calls might not always be necessary. Suggesting specific time slots for meetings or calls can help manage these interactions better, allowing you to plan your day without unexpected interruptions. And if someone repeatedly disrespects your time, it might be necessary to distance yourself from that relationship. Your golden years should be spent with people who respect and enrich your life, not those who complicate it. Now, let's move on to another type of individual you might want to avoid. People who drain your energy. Are you curious about who these energy drainers are and how you can protect yourself from them? If so, stay tuned as we delve into the characteristics that define them and the strategies you can employ to keep your vitality intact. People who drain your energy. Energy drainers can be even more taxing than time wasters because their impact extends beyond a moment spent. They can affect your mood, health, and overall vitality long after the interaction is over. These are the individuals who seem to have an endless supply of negativity or drama that they are eager to share. Whether it's the friend who always has a new problem without ever seeking a solution, or the family member whose visits leave you feeling exhausted rather than uplifted, their presence can be a significant drain on your energy. Identifying these energy drainers is crucial for maintaining your mental and emotional health. These individuals often exhibit a pattern of behavior that includes constant complaining, pessimism, and a tendency to suck you into their personal dramas. You might notice that conversations with them are one-sided, focusing almost entirely on their issues without any interest in your well-being or the world around you. So, how do you protect yourself from these energy vampires? The first step is to acknowledge that not all social obligations are mandatory. Just because someone is a longtime friend or a relative, it does not mean you owe them your peace of mind. Learning to say no, or not today, is a skill that becomes increasingly important as we get older. Implement practical measures such as setting limits on the length of visits or phone calls. Be clear about your availability and willingness to engage in certain topics of conversation. For instance, you could say, "I have 30 minutes to chat, but I'd rather not discuss any stressful topics today." By controlling the flow of the interaction, you can prevent these people from overstepping boundaries and preserve your energy. Another effective strategy is to redirect conversations towards more positive subjects or to activities that energize you. Suggest going for a walk or engaging in a hobby together instead of sitting and talking about problems. This not only shifts the focus but also incorporates a healthy element into your interaction, making it more balanced and beneficial for both parties. Finally, if certain relationships consistently leave you drained, it may be necessary to consider distancing yourself or even ending these relationships altogether. It's important to surround yourself with people who contribute positively to your life, who inspire and support you rather than consistently pulling you down. Next, we will explore another challenging type of person: financial exploiters. These individuals see your hard-earned resources as opportunities for their gain. Stay with us as we uncover how to identify and protect yourself from financial exploitation, ensuring your assets remain secure for your enjoyment and peace of mind. Financial exploiters. Financial exploiters are perhaps one of the most dangerous types of people you can encounter in old age. These individuals see your financial stability as an opportunity for themselves, often approaching you under the guise of needing help, but with the hidden agenda of benefiting from your wealth. They might be acquaintances who suddenly take an intense interest in your financial affairs, family members who frequently need money but never seem to improve their situation, or even friends who expect you to pick up the tab every time you meet. The key to dealing with financial exploiters is to recognize the signs early. Be wary of people who often talk about their financial struggles in detail, especially if they make indirect suggestions about how you could help them. Another red flag is when someone shows a disproportionate interest in your spending habits, investments, or estate plans. These can all be indicators that someone views you more as a financial resource than a valued friend or loved one. Protecting yourself from these financial predators involves a few critical steps. First, keep your financial information private. Do not share details about your assets, income, or savings with people who do not need to know. It's also wise to consult with a financial advisor or attorney when making significant decisions, especially if they involve substantial sums of money. They can provide a professional perspective and help you avoid scams or poor investment choices influenced by others. Furthermore, learn to say no to requests for money. This can be challenging, especially when the requests come from people you care about. However, it's important to consider whether you are truly helping the person or merely enabling poor financial management. If you decide to help, consider offering non-monetary assistance like guidance on budgeting or connecting them with resources that can help them improve their financial situation themselves. Finally, set clear boundaries about what you are willing to share or give. It's okay to be firm and assertive when it comes to your financial boundaries. You might say, "I'm not in a position to lend money, but I can help in other ways." Remember, your financial security is paramount, and protecting it ensures you can live comfortably and fulfill your own needs and aspirations. Next, we'll discuss how to deal with people who bring chaos into your life. These are individuals whose presence is marked by constant emergencies and crises. They thrive on turmoil and may drag you into their chaotic world if you're not careful. Join us as we explore strategies to keep your life peaceful and your stress levels low. People who bring chaos. Dealing with people who bring chaos into your life can be one of the most draining experiences, especially in old age, when you aim for a tranquil and orderly existence. These individuals seem to live in a constant state of crisis, always embroiled in the latest catastrophe, and all too often they are looking to you for a rescue. Whether it's financial bailouts, personal dramas, or endless emergencies, their turmoil can quickly become your stress if you're not vigilant. Identifying chaos creators is crucial. They are the ones whose lives appear as a series of unending problems, many of which are self-inflicted. Their stories are peppered with issues for which they never seem to learn or grow. They often lack accountability and expect others to solve their problems. Recognizing these traits can help you anticipate and avoid getting sucked into their vortex of drama. Once you've identified a chaos creator, setting firm boundaries is essential. You must decide how much of their drama you are willing to tolerate and communicate this clearly. For example, you could say, "I can listen for a few minutes, but I need to focus on positive things." This establishes a limit to the emotional load you are prepared to handle, and signals to them that their habitual chaos is not your responsibility. Moreover, it's important to not enable their behavior. Enabling can look like always being available to fix their issues or offering solutions every time they come to you with a problem. Instead, encourage them to find solutions themselves or seek help from professionals. This not only empowers them, but also protects you from becoming their go-to problem solver, which can be exhausting and unsustainable. Additionally, consider the impact of their chaos on your overall well-being. If interactions with this person leave you stressed, anxious, or upset, it might be necessary to distance yourself from them. This doesn't mean you don't care. It simply means you prioritize your mental and emotional health. You can maintain a relationship, but from a safe distance, where their problems do not overshadow your peace. Finally, it's okay to completely walk away if the situation requires it. If someone consistently brings negativity and chaos into your life without making any effort to change, disconnecting may be the healthiest choice. Remember, you deserve to spend your days in peace, not in solving someone else's crises. Next, we will explore the misuse of forgiveness, how to identify when someone is exploiting your forgiving nature, and practical steps to ensure you're not taking advantage of repeatedly. Stay tuned as we delve into maintaining your dignity while being compassionate. Manipulators of forgiveness. As we grow older, the capacity for forgiveness becomes a more prominent aspect of our lives, reflecting our desire for peace and reconciliation. However, there are individuals who might manipulate this noble trait for their own benefit. These are the manipulators of forgiveness. People who repeatedly wrong you, apologize when convenient, and then continue their detrimental behavior, expecting perpetual forgiveness without genuine change. Recognizing these manipulators is crucial. They often follow a predictable pattern, committing the same mistakes, offering apologies or promises to change, and then reverting to their old ways once the situation cools down. This cycle can be emotionally exhausting and damaging, leading to a one-sided relationship where your generosity and forgiveness are taken for granted. To protect yourself, it's important to set conditions for forgiveness that involve observable changes in behavior. Forgiveness should not just be about absolving someone, it should also involve a mutual understanding and effort towards improvement. For example, you can express your willingness to forgive, but also explain that continuing the same behavior will affect the relationship permanently. This approach encourages accountability and shows that while you are compassionate, you are not naive. Additionally, know when to draw the line. If someone's actions repeatedly harm your well-being and show no signs of real change, it may be necessary to step back or even end the relationship. It's important to remember that forgiving someone does not obligate you to keep them in your life, especially if their presence is harmful. Protecting your emotional well-being sometimes means letting go of toxic relationships. By doing so, you ensure that your later years are filled with genuine connections that respect and enrich your life, rather than deplete it. Up next, we will discuss enablers of bad decisions, how to spot them, and how to handle interactions without facilitating destructive behaviors. Join us as we continue to empower you with knowledge to make your senior years as fulfilling as they should be. Enablers of bad decisions. In our senior years, it's crucial to surround ourselves with individuals who encourage and support our best decisions. However, there are some who might seek to exploit our supportive nature by consistently making poor choices and expecting us to approve or bail them out. These enablers of bad decisions can be particularly draining because they often rely on our acquiescence to continue their detrimental behaviors without facing the necessary consequences. Identifying enablers of bad decisions involves recognizing patterns of irresponsibility and dependency. These individuals often avoid accountability and shift the blame for their actions onto others. They might present their problems in a way that suggests you are their only hope, thereby placing an unfair burden on you. This manipulative tactic can be challenging to navigate, especially if the person is a close friend or family member. To handle interactions with these individuals effectively, start by setting clear expectations. Be honest about your views on their behavior and the limits of your support. For example, you can say, "I care about you, but I cannot support this decision because I believe it's not in your best interest." This sets a boundary that helps them understand that your support is not unconditional when it comes to unhealthy choices. Additionally, encourage them to seek professional help or advice rather than relying solely on you. This can be a way to support them constructively without enabling their poor decisions. By directing them to appropriate resources, you help them build resilience and the ability to solve their problems independently. Ultimately, it's about balancing support with tough love. It's important to not enable destructive patterns, but to encourage paths that lead to growth and responsibility. By doing so, you contribute to their well-being in a meaningful way while also protecting your own peace of mind. Next, we will explore the delicate topic of home invaders, those who might see your living space as an opportunity for their convenience. Stay tuned as we discuss how to safeguard your sanctuary from such intrusions. Home invaders. Your home is your sanctuary, a place where peace and comfort should prevail. However, in old age, it's not uncommon to encounter individuals who see your home not as a private retreat, but as an opportunity for themselves. These home invaders might include relatives needing a temporary place to stay, friends facing personal crises, or even adult children who haven't fully embraced independence. While it's natural to want to help, it's essential to protect your living space from becoming a permanent solution to someone else's problems. Identifying potential home invaders often starts with recognizing their initial requests as temporary, but watching for signs that they might have no definitive plans to leave. It could begin with a small ask, a place to crash for a few weeks that slowly extends indefinitely. Be alert to excuses that delay their departure or additional requests that make it increasingly difficult for you to reclaim your space. To protect your home, it's crucial to set clear and enforceable boundaries from the start. Before agreeing to let someone stay, discuss and agree upon the terms of their stay, including duration and contributions to the household. It's also helpful to have these agreements in writing, even with family members, to avoid any misunderstandings. If the situation begins to strain your comfort or violates the agreed terms, it's important to communicate your concerns promptly and firmly. You have the right to enforce the boundaries of your living space, and saying, "I need my space back by the end of the month," is a reasonable request. Remember, offering temporary shelter does not oblige you to provide indefinite housing. Your home is your refuge, and you have every right to decide who stays and for how long. Maintaining this boundary is not selfish, it's necessary for your well-being and peace. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, we'll reflect on the importance of prioritizing your well-being in old age. Up next, we'll sum up how setting these boundaries is an act of self-respect and essential for a fulfilling life. As we conclude our exploration of the types of people to stay away from in old age, let's reflect on the overarching theme of self-respect and independence. Prioritizing your well-being is not an act of selfishness. Rather, it's a necessary step to ensure your golden years are as fulfilling and peaceful as they deserve to be. We've discussed the importance of distancing yourself from time drainers, energy vampires, financial exploiters, chaos creators, manipulators of forgiveness, enablers of bad decisions, and home invaders. Each of these types presents unique challenges, but they all share one common trait. They can significantly detract from the quality of your life if not managed properly. Moving forward, remember that setting boundaries is a sign of strength and self-awareness. It is perfectly okay to say no, to demand respect for your time and space, and to choose peace over chaos. You've earned the right to enjoy your years without the burden of others' negative influences. It's not only about protecting what you have, but also about nurturing your emotional and physical well-being. Engage with those who bring positivity into your life, who reciprocate kindness, and who respect your independence. These are the relationships that will enrich your days and bring you genuine joy. Cherish these connections, for they are the ones that truly matter. Thank you for joining us in this important discussion. If you've found these tips helpful, please consider subscribing for more insights and share your experiences or additional advice in the comments below. Your input could be a great help to others navigating similar challenges. Remember, your later years are a time for you to thrive in serenity and joy, free from unnecessary burdens. Here's to making the most of every day with peace, love, and respect at the forefront of all we do.